Hi, this is Ignacio again, and today I'm going to talk about Google Forms in this video. We use Google Forms to collect survey responses, so let's get on with it. What you need to get on Google Forms is a Gmail account. Now, any Gmail account will give you access to Google Forms, but your CSUMB account will give you access as well. And then you also need a good survey questionnaire. And what do I mean by that is that we use Google Forms in the same way we use SurveyMonkey to distribute questionnaires. Google Forms will not help you create a questionnaire per se. So a poorly designed questionnaire will still be useless whether it's delivered through Google Forms, SurveyMonkey, or paper. You should get to Google Forms or SurveyMonkey or paper only after you have a good, a well-designed questionnaire. That means that your objectives are clear, the items are tested, the items are really capturing what you want to capture to answer your research question. Once you have that, you can go to Google Forms, SurveyMonkey, or to paper. Now, some of the benefits of using Google Forms. Well, the main one is that it's free if you have a free Gmail account. That is, also you can distribute as many questionnaires as you have contacts in your Gmail inbox. You can distribute it to all your Facebook friends or by Twitter or Google Plus instantly. Another big advantage it's that it collects the data into a spreadsheet, and this spreadsheet is ready for analysis already. And it even provides some descriptive analysis for you. So, two cons about Google Forms when compared to SurveyMonkey. That is that it does not give you the option to control that respondents only answer the questionnaire once. So you can have potentially one person answering 100 surveys. And that would, of course, bias your results. And also because it's a free service, many respondents may worry about the anonymity and confidentiality of responses in Google Forms. So I wouldn't recommend using Google Forms for very confidential or questionnaires that have really sensitive information. All right, so how do we get to Google Forms? Here I have my Gmail inbox, and in your dashboard you may have a link to in your CSUMB dashboard, you may have a link to Google Docs. You can go to Google Docs and you will find the drive there. If you're going from a Gmail account like me, I would just click on Drive here. That will take you to all your documents. Right now I have nothing in this one. This is a new Gmail account. So I'm going to create one, and like you see, if you can create a doc, a PowerPoint, a spreadsheet. One of those is a form, so I'll create a form. What do you want the form to look like when the respondents open the link? I click on that one, and I am ready to start putting the questions. But like I said before you go to Google Forms, you have to have a questionnaire ready. Now, for this example, I do have a questionnaire ready, and it has 4 questions, right? It's a questionnaire that I designed to see if there are differences across gender on and age on how students perceive statistics courses and their course expectations. So question 1 is about respondent opinions, and I have 2 statements with a Likert scale here. My item number 2 is an open-ended item. Please tell us about your course expectations. Question number 3 is demographics or gender. Question number 4 is age. So how do I put this into Google Forms to send it to all my students? Let me go back to my form, and I'm going to name this questionnaire statistics 1. Here in my form description, I'm just going to put this entire introduction. I'm going to paste it there. And now I'm ready to start with my question. So question number 1 is going to be called opinions. Okay. And then directions for that question. I am just going to copy these ones. Please tell us about your level of agreement with each of the following statements. Now, I'm ready to choose what type of item I want. Right now, I could choose text, paragraph text, multiple choice, checkboxes, right? Like date, time, grid, or scale. Now, I am using a matrix format for that because I have 2 items that have a Likert scale. So I'm going to choose grid for that one. And then row 1 has my first question, of course, or my first statement here. I like statistics. I'm going to put it right here. Then in the second row, you just keep clicking and you can add as many rows as you want. This is really simple, really intuitive. Now there are many tutorials online on how to use Google Forms. You can just search for Google Forms tutorial and you will find many other videos. Now those are the only 2 statements I have. Now here on my columns, I'm going to put the Likert scale. So strongly agree. So you have even spell check there, which is helpful. Agree. And disagree. Or strongly disagree. Now that's done. Do I want to make this a required item? Yes, I do. Done. So I have my first item ready, and it's going to look like this. I'm going to add an item, and my second item is in open-ended question. I'm going to call this one course expectations. In the help, I always put the instructions. Now the question type is going to be a paragraph text. Text will give you a line. Paragraph text will give you a box. If you give them a box, they'll tend to write a little more. I'm not going to make this a required question. So that is done. Now let's go to the demographic item. It's going to be gender. Text, please mark the appropriate answer. And this is going to be a multiple choice one. Now the difference between multiple choice and checkboxes here in these two items is that multiple choice only allows you to choose one, while checkboxes allows you to check many. Now for these two items that I have, gender and age, we want the categories to be mutually exclusive. So multiple choice is the way to go. Male, female, whoops, and other. Make this a required question. And my last one is going to be age. Please select your age group. This one is going to be multiple choice because I want them to be mutually exclusive. Less than 18. (19 to 25). We want to make them collectively exhaustive, so we don't want to make overlapping categories. So this is 26 to 32. And let's make this 33 to 42. This is just an example. So 43 or older. I'm gonna make this a required question. And we're done. Now the nice thing about any all of these Google Drive tools is that they're saved pretty regularly. Now I'm ready to start sending the form. Really, I'm done with it. So here on your confirmation page, this is the message that they will get when they're done with the survey. So right now they're going to get your response has been recorded. Thanks. I'm not going to show them a link to submit another response, although they could if you send this by email, but I'm just not going to give them that link. You can publish and show a link to the results for all the respondents, and you can allow the respondents to edit the responses after submitting. That's a nice option. Now you're going to use them now. Not use it now. Now, when I'm ready to send it, I press send form. Now I have two options. I can just copy this link and send it to all my friends by email, by putting this link on my email, or I can send it directly through them if I have their emails here. So what would they get? Once you copy this or have all their emails, put done. I'm just going to copy this link and put it on and send it to my friends on by email. And then when you're done, it's going to ask you, and this is important, where do you want me to record the answers? And the best way to go is on a new spreadsheet. Here you can also have you have the option of adding it to another spreadsheet we already have, or to keep it in the form only. I wouldn't recommend this one because it will not allow you to do further analysis. So new spreadsheet, and it's going to be called statistics 1. Now it's created. Now this is how the form is going to look like when people access it. I chose this layout. This is the description. This is telling them that all the items that have a red star are required. And they can start filling it out. I strongly agree that I like statistics, and I wasn't that great at math, so I'm going to put agree. Here, you can put your expectations, your gender, and your age. Submit. And this is what they get. So that's Google Docs for you. Remember to go online, search for other tutorials, and practice. That's the best way. Thank you.